Alright, so let's see what dumb trash they have for us this time. Cryptography, that's fun. Next. More story. There, now we can get to the real game. Let's see what we have here. Something strangely simple. Although the beginning of each phase should be simple. I see the most difficult part of this being the disconnections. However, I have done this level before, along with every other level in this game, or in the official game, the main part of the game. So this will move from here to here, and also detach everything. And then from there, it can move everything into their correct places using these things. Now I can compact them like this. No, actually that would get in the way. There. So, probably actually going to want to stagger these by one cycle each to give the other arms time to grab. So at this point is when it can first grab something. Yeah. That's bad timing. That's good timing. And probably want these to be 6-armed. There. And... Technically, isn't there a better way to do this with piston arms? Yeah. Or no, actually, since these are technically faster in that case. Never mind. Following the stagger pattern. There. Of course. Hold on, I think I know how to fix this. Just need to get this configuration correct. Somehow. Trying to think of exactly how this should be done. Oh, I have an idea. We can just put it through phases. We don't need to do it all at once. So watch this. First, it would... Oh, and even better yet... Ridiculous. No, we'll save that complication for later. And then after it's done with that part, it can move on to the next part. There. Oh wait. That's a problem. Oh, I know. Rotate this. Yeah, look at that. It attaches them all to the core, while also detaching them from each other, so that this part is easier to do. Hey. There, and now this part can commence. That's a problem. Oh, and I know why that's happening. There, they all need a gap of 1. And then finally, this one needs to return. And additionally, this is going to need to be moved this way. And then finally, the last one, which is actually going to be this one. And this one actually needs to reset as well. So that's this finished. I actually remember this being harder when I wasn't as skilled at this. The area is as terrible as I would have expected. I also have other ideas for how to finish that, but the optimization can be saved for much later. Next. Oh yes, this. The same thing as the Quicksilver refinement process, but instead of using Quicksilver, it uses 2 of the same type of metal. So technically 1 atom of 1 metal is double the value of the previous stage of metal and half the value of the next one. So in this case, I'm going to want to build the core atom here, like this. And then these arms are going to need to be built separately and then attached later. And fortunately this is rotationally symmetrical, so that will make the assembly much simpler. There. And so that builds the stage 2 metal we need, which can be moved into position by this arm. There. Activates too soon, as I would expect. There. And now, while that's there, that should be enough room for attaching all of the arms. Because of how this is, air should be up here and water should be down here. And now, after that, trying to think of exactly what to do next. They're both going to need a salter, or better yet, instead of putting a salter on each one of those, they can be salted after by this thing, by it rotating. Or as soon as they're attached even, which can be done here with this thing. And so now we just need these separate attachers, for lack of a better term. So now I need to attach 2 of these together each time and then put them over here. Which I prefer to use rotation instead of rails to do. That is not enough room for the rotation of that thing, though. Both of these should get one of these for their assembly. And so that should be phase 1. Both of them should get time to be grabbed by the next part. Oh, and I see now. Probably in this way. This would probably work. Let's see how this works. No, this needs to be in further. Like that. Much better. And then there can be an opposite one here, which should resolve the problem. And now at this point, this should rotate 3 times to make a full 180 degree turn, or half rotation, 1/2 rotation. And should remain there until the next 2 of these come in. There. And of course all of these need to be repeated correctly. Like that. Oh wait, no, not these. Those need to happen only once per product. And now this is complete. After this, it should be rotated once and moved to the output here, like that. Or rotated twice even, because of that problem. No, that's not going to be solved like that. What if instead of that, it is let go of immediately after this by you, and moved to the end by this arm here, somehow. I feel the best way to do this would be linearly, but even then this is going to be difficult. I'm trying to think of exactly how to bring it out now. Oh yes, now I see. So after that, you can do this and then return. Perhaps not that far. There. Now let's see where this goes. That's too soon. Now. Oh wait. Hold on. This needs to be reset fully. Oh, that's a problem. Yes, that's not good. Oh. That changes everything. I think I know a solution though. There. Almost. Now, timing is going to be more difficult. Solution. Now it should be done. More complicated than I would have preferred. And in fact, I probably should have had the arm attachers go closer to the main arm. Yeah, that's for optimizing later though. Oh, another linear one. Yeah, that's fun. I'm going to need stage 2 and stage 3 metals. One of each. Can do those two processes separately. We're going to want maximum feed rate on this. There. Which means we're also going to need maximum feed rate on this thing. There should be one arm that brings it out to the ironing, and the other arm that brings it out to where it needs to be attached. It lands there. You can do the rest. Timing very critical. Here. There. No. Oh, it's just right here. Oh. Strange. Perhaps I'm just not giving it enough time to regenerate. Oh wait. What is happening here? Oh, I see. They're out of phase. Technically. There. Now it should work. And 7 should activate right now. And then reset. There. Of course, you should give the other arm time. There. This is much closer to the product we're looking for. We're also going to need these connectors that just connect everywhere. Oh, that's much better actually. Much closer to where we want it. Now, as for you, mark where that is, and bring it to where it needs to be. And now at this point, no, this point is when they should do their work. Which will be displayed soon. That's strange. Let's see that again. Ah, that activated too soon. See if timing helps. It does help. So in this case, now we have the iron, we just need to get it to where it needs to go. And I think that can be done with this. Perhaps these need to be moved in. No, that breaks the system. The problem now is, how do I get the iron from here to there without interfering with all of the rest of this? From the outside, perhaps. Yeah, that feels convoluted somehow. This system, I probably could have designed better. These two will get to where they need to be. That's fortunate. I could probably do this if I just reduce the timing. Oh, I think I see a way of doing this. So first, it grabs it and pulls it out here, then turns it, and then brings it to here, and then at that point it's brought in the rest of the way by something else. Let's see how this phases. That's incorrect. That's too late. Try here. That collides. It's a storm. Oh, that fits, strangely. And finally, you are brought the rest of the way by this thing. There. Complete. Perhaps that move should be delayed. Not that badly, though. 2 cycles. That's not where that's supposed to be. I was expecting it to be here. Oh, that actually simplifies things because I can move this up to here now. There. This should be much better. Also overly convoluted for what it should be. In this model, it would seem that there's there is a problem with with which thing should happen first. So I feel there should be a delay on this 8th arm here. So it's the 8th and 9th. The 9th should actually be first. Wait, where was this? Here. There. Reverse them. Oh, that just causes the problem to move to somewhere else. In that case, 10 through 11 should happen much sooner. So first 10 should be solved by moving that to sooner. And in fact, this delay isn't even necessary anymore because of the rearrangement of 8 and 9. This is a good sign. I just need to delay 8 and 9 slightly more. Somehow. Oh, I know. What if I just do this? Add a small delay in both of them. Oh, that's a problem. What if not only I do that, but also reverse the order of these? And see how that works first. That's better. The iron needs to be the first one to come in. But it's not. That's a problem. Wait, what if instead these are reversed? And so the lead actually moves the whole system forward. No, because the lead isn't the initializer. So in reality, 8 and 9. Should activate much later. What if they're both delayed until around here? I'll put the last move delayed. So that way they're stored until near the end. Oh yes, and what if 9 activates much later because it doesn't need to activate any sooner? I should have built this machine better instead of patchworking it like this. It's a monster, but at least it's working now. Much to my surprise, of course. This is not a good machine. There, at least it's fast. Of course. Now, both of these parts can be built separately by almost identical machines. The only part that needs to be interconnected is these two, since they're opposites, need to be constructed this way. Partially salt, partially non-salt. Yeah, the salting of those end pieces can be done after. I'm just going to put those there to remember that. And now... what would be the best way to do this part? Oh, I know. A very rarely used component. Or wait, no, that wouldn't work either. Have these separate these into their areas, but also have these. Making sure that everything is balanced. Like that. There. And reset. So that part works now. Now for these two. Going to need 3 from each of those. Those could technically be much faster if I wanted them to be. Going to need attachers for both of those. Fusers. And this should connect here like that first. And should be done using something around here. Yes, I see how this could work. With one of these instead. I'm back. I needed to go do something. Yes, and so now I see these two are going to need to activate one after the other. Both at exactly this time, I'm pretty sure. These may be activating far too soon. Yes, and now that after that, you need to extend into these areas. Too soon. That almost works. Actually, don't reset, rotate. And these need to activate staggered, because they're just too fast. Also, they don't need to be staggered in this way anymore either. Ah, that's a problem. How would I fix a problem like that, though? This staggering might work. This timing is a wreck. No matter what I do. Timing. There. Look at this. Currently identical. That means these are going to need to be processed slightly differently. And it would help if these were on tracks. Or perhaps, no, if there were other ones that were on tracks instead. Like this. And then this, after that, can... these need to be moved closer in. Or that would cause problems, wouldn't it? Like this instead, perhaps. And then this is going to need to be mirrored here. Oh, that's a problem. I move that this way. And that this way. And then after that, these two can perform this maneuver. There. And that's much better. This, however, is still a problem. There's something wrong with this now. Ugh, These aren't even grabbing. Oh, that's a problem. Move this up. There, and now finally, this is the correct shape. And they can be completed now. In this way instead of the way I originally intended. So then at that point, it'll be here, and then move to here, here, and then here. Going to need to see if that's correct. No. Oh, I forgot. It's going to be in this next state. There. And then you. In that state, which means right there, and then here. That should be complete. That's flawed. There. This one made it. Oh, that's a problem. What if this? No, that wouldn't work. I don't think that would work either, or would it? Let's see. Oh, it would. In that case, this way. What if that rotates the opposite direction instead? That should fix it. There. Close enough. I'm done with this puzzle. There, very suboptimal. I should finish here.